rain has stopped, and we've got a great day for football right now in Huntington, West Virginia. The locals call it the Moonshine Throwdown. Marshall hosting Western Kentucky in a budding rivalry, and today's matchup critical in the Conference USA East. This game brought to you by Wendy's, the official hamburger of the NCAA. Western on top of the division at 4-0, but a Marshall win would put the Herd in the driver's seat for a division title. Brendan Knox is the Conference USA Offensive Player of the Week.
Brendan Knox is everything to this team and to this offense. They want to get him the ball early and often and continue to try to pound the ball. But guess what? Western Kentucky, their defense has been very solid up front. Brendan Knox coming off a 220-yard performance last week. They will give him the ball early. Let's just see if Western can hold up for 4 quarters.
And his play, his great play, dates back all the way to the end of last season. He's in some incredible company since December 1st of last season. Only Chuba Hubbard, Jonathan Taylor, Travis Etienne, and J.K. Dobbins have more rushing yards. Knox over 1,000. In the receiving game, they do it with their tight ends, a trio of them. Xavier Gaines, Armani Levias, and these guys do it well along with Devin Miller. They've combined for over half of the receptions this season.
Yeah, you hear the old cliche that a tight end is a quarterback's best friend. Well, guess what? They have 3 of them that they feel really confident on the field at the same time, and they can create mismatches all over the place, different personnel groupings to confuse the defense. A lot of misdirection in the backfield with these tight ends, so I think they're going to get a lot of action tonight.
And Xavier Gaines is a converted quarterback, so he also has this touchdown pass as well. So versatile and so many receptions. Look at that. Levias and Gaines first and second on the team in receptions. All 3 of these guys have 2 touchdown receptions. Homecoming, glad to have you with us in a game that could decide the East Division Championship. Underway, and the 25-yard line is where Western Kentucky will start on offense. And they give the end around. Look out for the pass. The lefty throws it, and it's intercepted. Carry on Morrell. Right place, right time. He stayed home. That one kind of floated. Western Kentucky used a flea flicker and a wide receiver pass last week. Marshall said they were ready for any kind of trickery.
You see Sloan taking the end around. He's left-handed, so he should feel more comfortable throwing this way. That may be a ball that Coach Helton just wants him to pull it down and try to get a few positive yards rushing, because when you go up and do this is exactly what we said. Limit the big mistake, and Western makes a huge one on the first drive.
On offense this season. Marshall taking over at the 42-yard line, and there they go to a tight end right away. It's Armani Levias. And he picks up close to 5 yards on first down. 3rd down and 3 from near midfield. Brendan Knox bursting to the outside for a first down on his first carry of the game. Knox has really had to step up here for Marshall. They dismissed Tyler King at the running back position after a couple games, and Knox has been the bell cow back, the redshirt sophomore out of Columbus. First down, and Gaines to throw it, a backwards pass, so this is going to go down as a run in the stat sheet. Xavier Gaines. We got a wildcat package for him as well. He's a tight end, but he can move, he can throw, he can do it all.
He can play pretty much every position on the field, and it just gives you so much freedom. If you're the offensive coordinator, opposing defenses, you really have to have a plan on what you're going to do when they have 1 tight end, 2 tight ends, 3 in the game.
And here comes Knox off the left side. Great blocking once again, and a first down close to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. We see a nice little zone read here, and look at this hole right here. We have just an absolute alleyway for Knox.
Still results in a first down with 10:48 to go here in the first. Gaines play fake, going to the end zone. Man has a step. It's a touchdown. Armani Levias with his 3rd touchdown reception of the season.
Armani Levias on Trey Meadows, one-on-one. Meadows is actually in decent coverage there. He's in his hip pocket.
Later, they're in the house.
We talked about mismatches, Chris. Armani Levias, wherever he is, it's a mismatch. He's a 6'4", 255-pound tight end. That's definitely a mismatch on really any corner on the field. And he is a huge weapon.
Play action throw, single coverage, but it's a sack. Didn't have enough time, and the ball is out. Marshall has it. 2 turnovers to start the game for Western Kentucky. And it's Carry-On Morrell again in the right place at the right time.
Marquise Couch just beats the tackle here. Sack, cause fumble, recovered by Morrell. Guess what? Ty Story was about to throw that ball to Josh Simon, running a wheel route out of the backfield, different moves, and they really play well off each other.
Green has all day again, and it's complete. What a catch by Brock Thompson, and what a run after the catch. To the 3-yard line, the defender was hanging on his jersey while that ball was in the air, and it didn't matter.
Deontay Ruffin, you'll see on the left side of your screen, he has solid coverage on Brock Thompson the whole time. This turned into a back shoulder ball almost, to where Ruffin got lost at the top of the route. As you see, Brock Thompson not only catches the ball, but gets some nice yards after the catch to put this ball inside the 5.
Now a heavy backfield. It's a quarterback keeper. It's touchdown, Thundering Herd. The Marshall D has forced 2 turnovers, and Isaiah Green has led them down for 2 touchdowns.
This just shows the athleticism by Green. Athleticism, speed to get the
Ready, and you got to think that they are feeling good right now about the way this football game is going. So we just saw the bonfire right there that kicked things off, and also this parade. I heard that Johnny Bench was at the parade, which is pretty awesome. Great way to start this off. This was on Thursday. A lot of fun there. And I love this. I love this all-green fire truck. That is pretty awesome. And then, so if that wasn't enough for homecoming, at 10:30 this morning, Marshall broke ground on its 3,500-seat state-of-the-art baseball stadium. It was a big part of the homecoming events this weekend, as you might have imagined. So construction on the facility was going to begin in the spring, with the official opening scheduled for March 2021. And they are very fired up about this baseball stadium. And they had some alums here, 2 MLB All-Stars, Jeff Montgomery and Rick Reed. So Chris, it's been a great start to homecoming weekend so far, and you got to feel like the fans are pretty happy about the way that it is shaping up right now.
It can't be going any better than it is right now. The defense has forced 2 turnovers in 2 possessions, and the offense has...
Inside the red zone, too, I think Lucky Jackson even becomes more of a target here with his big frame in the red zone. Also, Josh Simon, number 6.
It's a quarterback keeper, and nothing doing for Ty Story. Stacked up by the boys in Kelly Green. Channing Hames in there.
Yeah, a little broken play here. The high snap messes up the QB running back exchange there. So
Western Kentucky 80 yards so far, but 2 turnovers. And that pass deflected. Almost hung up for Chris Jackson. Walker again, the running back. Story with time, but now feels the pressure, and he's sacked. Technically not a sack because he crossed the line of scrimmage. And he kind of crumbled in a hurry. He was not looking to buy time and wait that out. There was nobody open.
Yeah, Story wanted to pull the trigger, but credit to this Marshall defense. You look in the secondary, there is nothing doing downfield. Nobody is open. Story doesn't want to try to force one in and cause another turnover. May not have had enough time to set that up for him.
Great moves in the open field by Sheldon Evans. He's more elusive than Brendan Knox, the starter, and they really like what he can do because he's a little bit of a change of pace, and they aren't worried about him in pass pro. I think he can do every bit as much as Brendan Knox.
Yeah, he's a great changeup from Brendan Knox. He's still a physical runner, as you can see how he finishes this one.
They're showing like they're going to go for it on 4th and 2. They will. Here's Knox. He's got it. And almost skipped through to the end zone.
Juwan Jones here is unblocked, really. He's the unblocked defender on that zone read. He kind of gave an in-between read.
Underway second quarter. Brendan Knox the handoff. A good yardage on first down. 5, maybe 6.
Juwan Jones is able to go underneath and flush Isaiah Green, so he's kind of running in peril, trying to find the open receiver downfield, forcing the field goal.
Justin Rohrwasser, perfect on the season, and it stays that way. 46-yard field goal, and it's 17-0 Marshall. Rohrwasser now 8 for 8, one of 9 perfect kickers heading into the day in college football.
I like it. Knows he's not going to hang him out to dry.
McClendon gets taken down. Tavante Beckett with the great stop. No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down. Look at how things have gone the first 3 drives. An interception, a fumble, a 32-yard missed field goal. Story under pressure, swings it out in the flat to Jackson. He'll lose yardage. Loss of 3 yards. Would have been better just throwing it away.
Western's offense trying some misdirection there. You watch Lucky Jackson right there kind of get caught up in the backfield with the running back. It was almost like Marshall was.
See if this Marshall defense bows up again. It's a handoff to Walker. Tries to cut it back, nothing doing. Kobe Cumberlander strung it out, and it's 3rd and long.
Chris, this play was made by number 32, Tyler Brown. Watch him on the left side of your screen come up and set the edge. You see him right there? Sets the edge, makes the back cut back. Everyone's rallying inside out. He's not going to get credit for the tackle there, but Tyler Brown made that play happen.
Good call, AJ. Fans making noise here on 3rd and 13. Story has running room. Let's see if he takes off. He gets sacked. Indecision spells doom for Western Kentucky. Marked at the 35, so if they try to attempt a field goal, it'll be a 52-yarder. Their longest this season is 48.
Tyler Brown again. They're all dropping into zone coverage. In front of the sticks, keep everything in front of you. Darius Hodge gets in on that one. He is the sack leader for this team with 6 currently. He may get at least a half a sack for that one.
Tackle after the pickup of 3. Coming up on 3.5 minutes to play here in the first half. Isaiah Green under some pressure. Had eyes in the back of his head. Creates time and has a first down. Devin Miller on the reception. They call him the big fundamental. Does everything right, including keep this play alive and find an open spot in the D.
Yes, he does. He comes back to the quarterback scramble drill, as they call it. Look at him as he's floating back to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't run himself out of bounds and gives Isaiah Green a target to hit.
And here's some more misdirection. Willie Johnson on the reverse. Has a bunch of blockers out front. He'll outrun them. And he may outrun everybody. Cutting back this way. And taken down from behind inside the 15-yard line. The spark plug, Willie Johnson.
This is amazing play design and execution. They're in the wildcat formation. Xavier Gaines lined up at the quarterback position. Look at the big boys down the field, chugging along. Willie Johnson just running all over the place, not only tiring out his own offensive linemen, but these Western defenders have to be exhausted after chasing him all over the field on this.
Justin Rohrwasser made from 46 earlier in the quarter. This one from 32. And he got it just inside the left upright. And it's 20-7. Saw that unbeaten graphic. Western is the only team in the East that's perfect in conference play. Louisiana Tech plays later tonight at UTEP, trying to stay perfect on the west side of the division. Rohrwasser now 9 for 9 this season. Pressure coming. They tried to set up a screen. It's incomplete. Looks like Darius Hodge came through virtually unblocked and didn't give Western Kentucky a chance to set that up.
Yeah, a lot of times when you're running screens, you do let the defensive lineman go, but you got to hold him up for a second. Right there, Hodge just beats the tackle, Cole Spencer, around the edge so quickly that they do not have time to let that screen develop.
Win at FIU. Story stepping up, throwing it deep, won't reach the end zone. It's intercepted. And that's how the first half comes to an end. Marshall put Naquan Reynolds, the wide receiver, out there. Why not? He's got the hands. And the wide receiver comes up with an interception.
You see Lucky Jackson sitting, hiding back behind that. He's there for the deflection, for the tip.
And they're setting up the screen, coming back the other way. It's picked off. And he may go. Chris Jackson to the house.
My biggest strength on the field will be my intelligence for the game. You know, coming into every week is a different game plan, and being able to go from week to week and get better with each game plan, and, you know, knowing the defense inside and out is definitely one of my best traits.
Chris Jackson's right there.
Chris had never played corner in his life until he got to college. He was a quarterback and he was a receiver. He had never played DB. And learning on his feet as fast as he did to be able to go through his first camp and be a starter is something that I think is unreal.
I'm really proud of Chris. Came in and played as a true freshman, went through a lot of adversity. No true freshman should have to come in and line up a corner as much one-on-one coverage as we asked him to play. Went through his ups and downs, but continued to battle, hung in there, and is now one of the top corners in our league.
He's pretty good. He's kind of a little annoying, so I mean, he kind of just hangs around in the way of things.
He is a really good player. He plays well in space. He tackles well. He has a good football IQ, and like I said, he's always around the ball.
Underneath, and a big hit at midfield by Chris Jackson.
Here we go. Let's first play we have, Chris. Isaiah Green with a big touchdown pass right here. Armani Levias. He is lined up at the X receiver position, which a lot of tight ends can't really do that. They don't have the skill set for that. Has a great release. Beats the defender across his face, Trey Meadows. But Trey Meadows is actually in decent coverage, but look at him right here. High points that football. You talk about high point it, go up and get it at its highest point. He does this beautifully. Comes in for the score. If you watch it again, look at the nice little smooth release. Not bad coverage right there from Meadows, but he cannot find a way to go up and get that thing. Now let's go to our second play here, Chris, and an interception thrown from Western. Right here we have Jaquez Sloan. He's coming from the outside. He's going to run a little jet sweep, gets the ball, and let's pause it right here, guys. Look at this. Marshall, nobody is honoring the run here. He's already thrown it, and nobody honored the run even for a second there, so you should know that play is dead in its tracks before you pull the trigger. Jaquez Sloan with the early interception, and Marshall is not fooled at all. They had an idea from the jump that he was not going to pull this thing down and run with it, and carry on Morrell out of bounds. What a run to get this team going. Now, the big reverse. Here we go. Pause it, guys. Excuse me. Look at this. Hold on. Keep it paused. You have your big guys, two of your best offensive linemen up ahead, pulling and looking for works. Alex Millette and Levi Brown, two of your best O-linemen, cruising, just paving the way. And Brendan Knox, even your big running backs out there. And I love it. Willie Johnson, what a fun guy to watch play. Just looking for opportunity all over the field. This is a great look from the beginning here. You love having the big boys out front pulling, running as hard as they can. And Willie Johnson knows what to do when the ball is in his hands. He's trying to score. He's trying to score every single time on Ty's story. So I think they're going to need a couple extra possessions, to get back in this one.
Isaiah Green will throw it to start the second half. He's got a cannon, and he's got a first down and more to Brock Thompson, who's made a couple of big plays in the passing game.
Isaiah Green just not feeling a whole lot of pressure. Able to step into that throw to the young freshman Brock Thompson. Like you said, has made a few plays already today. Clay Davis almost gets his fingertips on that.
25-yard completion. He had a 54-yard completion to Thompson in the first half. Brendan Knox gets the edge and dances out of bounds. Close to another first down. So they'll give him 8 yards.
This shows you kind of the elusive speed of Brendan Knox. Watch Devin Key coming up unblocked off the edge. Knox is able to get the corner on him when he's back there at the Wildcat QB.
And they can play him everywhere. Right now he's in the slot to the wide side of the field. Knox, the handoff, makes a couple miss. Picks up 5. That was going nowhere. Knox made something out of nothing.
Yeah, Marshall's offense really mixing up the run and pass very, very well. When you've got like Knox that can make multiple defenders miss.
After Marshall scored the first 17 points of this game, it looked like they might run away with it. Story over the middle, incomplete. It was behind Ja'Cour Pearson, but he probably still should have caught it. I'm not sure if it was tipped. Let's take another look at that. That could have been a huge play.
Watch Omari Cobb. He's right here playing inside backer. Reads the eyes of Story. If he caught this thing, it's going to the house for a pick 6. Didn't look like he got a fingertip on it, but I'm sure it did just enough.
Pressure coming up the middle. And that pass complete. Green knew it was coming. Got it out in a hurry for Corey Gamage.
Yeah, impressive from Isaiah Green, just standing in the pocket. He knows they're bringing pressure. He trusts his offensive line.
Running back is Brendan Knox, and now he'll go shotgun. Play clock to 4. And he throws the screen pass. That's a first down and more to the tight end, Armani Levias. He just took a white shirt for a ride. So Green slings it. And it's Gamage again for a first down. Boy, he has a rifle when he steps into it, doesn't he?
He's looked poised all day long, just so comfortable inside the pocket here. I mean, obviously his offensive line doing a heck of a job for him. But Alexander making a solid play in the end zone.
3rd and 12. And that pass is caught. But it's short of a first down. Now, he thought he got it. But Armani Levias ran that route about 3 yards short of a first down.
Yeah, Levias just short of the sticks. You see 2 Western defenders over there. Levias, heck of a catch pulling it into the left side.
Justin Rohrwasser 2 for 2 today, 9 for 9 on the season. This one from 44 yards. And again, it's center cut. He was involved in a kicking competition in the offseason with Shane Chucci, the redshirt freshman.
Watch the reaction, Chris. Kicker, holder, they're pumped. Yep, you know it, fist pump. chest bump with the snapper. I love it.
Story to throw again. Pump fakes. Pressure from behind. It's a fumble. And Story was able to get back on it. Second time he's lost the ball in the pocket. He's really struggled with this Marshall defensive line in this game.
Marquise Couch right here on the edge. Look at him. Just absolutely an elite pass rush move around the edge. Strips the ball with a huge pressure there on Ty Story too.
Story gets hit and dropped. Loss of 10 on 1st and goal from the 2. I don't know about that play call. Play action on 1st and goal from the 2. Yikes.
Marquise Couch and Darius Hodge both have been wreaking havoc on Ty Story and this Western Kentucky.
3rd and goal. Jackson in motion. They throw it to him. He's got it, but pushed out at the 2. Chris Jackson, who was flagged for pass interference, made the big tackle.
What a play by Chris Jackson here. Running a sprint out to the right. Just a good play design. You look at 11, Lucky Jackson right here. Look how far he comes. Chris Jackson. He comes from so far, fights through the pick, the rub routes, and gets
the field, but that hasn't been the case. 10-point game, and here comes an onside. Marshall's got it. I like the thought from Western Kentucky, but I think if you're Marshall, you had to think that there was a possibility they'd be pulling this out.
Yeah, heck of a play here by Marshall. Being aware, going up and fielding that thing at about 9 yards. 2. They were not fooled at all. Got this thing before it traveled 10, so Western can't even technically touch it.
And a short end-over-end punt. Taken at the 13-yard line. No fair catch called by Roger Cray. He picked up a couple extra yards as the 3rd quarter clock runs out. It's border war. Fans called it Moonshine Throwdown. I think that's the best rivalry name, an unofficial name, but the best rivalry name I've come across.
Yeah, unofficial that should become official soon enough.
Embrace it. Story has time. It's running out. He gets rid of it and throws it away. Boy, oh, what a catch on the sideline. Hey! That's Kentrez Costin, a freshman safety, not in uniform. Made the first of what he hopes is many great plays as a member of the herd. Check out the juggling job. He gets his feet inbounds before the bench. 2nd and goal from just inside the 10. Story hit as he throws, and it's out the backside of the end zone, incomplete. Story slow to get up, no penalty flags. He was hit as he was getting rid of the football by Amari Cobb.
Amari Cobb, they bring little. 2-man blitz with both of their inside backers. Amari Cobb.
And a 7-point game now.
The Marshall mindset is if they're going to stay aggressive offensively.
Trying to end Western Kentucky's 4-game winning streak. Isaiah Green finds Willie Johnson. And it's a 1st down.
Willie Johnson, that's the thing, you have to respect his speed. He is so fast. Trey Meadows gives him plenty of cushion. Keep moving down this field.
Under 11 minutes to play now. Handoff Brendan Knox. Gets through a hole on the right side. And may have a 1st down. A pickup of 10 for Brendan Knox. He had some Facebook commenters wondering why he hasn't touched the ball much in the second half. Well, they're giving it to him now.
You can watch the big boys pulling and getting around. Jeez. These guys are just, you talk about.
It was 17-0 in the first half. Story stepping up again. Oh, hit hard and driven to the turf by Amari Cobb. Clean hit, no flag.
Amari Cobb has hit Story like this a few times tonight. Usually when he's the blitzer, Story pulls it down, tries to run right through the heart of this defense for Marshall. And Amari Cobb says absolutely not today.
Marshall has already had a player ejected for targeting. Over the middle, that one is caught. Armani Levias wasn't dropping that. A yard short of a first down. 3rd and 1 in that game. And there are some players out here. Levi Brown for Marshall, who played in that game. First down. Knox still moving. Hog Molly's pushing him across the 45. And there's Levi Brown flexing.
Marshall subbed out. Xavier Gaines brought in their 4th tight end, Garrett Morrill, and put him on the line like an extra tackle. So you knew if you're Western's defense, you have a good idea what they're trying to.
Just 3 points in the second half for Marshall. 2nd and 10. And calmly completed out into the flat for a pickup of 7 to Xavier Gaines.
Western bringing some pressure. Brendan Knox steps up in the A-gap, picks up the blitzing linebacker.
He'll hand it off, and it's a big stop, but a flag is out. Marshall makes the stop. Loss of 3. Carry on Morrell in there with Tavante Beckett. Will check the penalty marker. It'll be holding on Western Kentucky, and they'll decline. Who took the only extra small available. They'll run it. Knox with row. Out of bounds at the 32-yard line. 1:08 to go.
Nice giant hole opened up by that Marshall offensive line that is.
The elements playing more of a factor now, though, with the rain coming down. Over the middle, complete. It's another first down. Clock stops. Brock Thompson on the catch.
Brock Thompson, a sure-handed freshman receiver, making up for that earlier drop in the 4th quarter.
Another one over the middle. This one caught, but it's going to waste some time here.
One-on-one on the outside.
13 seconds to go. No timeouts for Marshall. Green, buying time, directing traffic, runs it down the sideline. And with 6 seconds to go, they're at the 36-yard line. It would be a 53-yard field goal from here. And they're going to try it. With no timeouts, you're almost forced to. 10 for 10 this season. Justin Rohrwasser set a career high earlier in this game on this side of the field with a 46-yarder. Wind is not a factor, rain is, and a timeout Western Kentucky. And he did get a practice kick in.
He made the warm-up kick.
He's got the distance for it. Ice in his veins, he says. Won't bother me. It'll be a 53-yard attempt.
I bet he ices him again. Yep.
And he does. He'll get another crack at it. This one, again, long enough, and that one went through as well.
Now he knows this one matters.
Justin Rohrwasser to try to win it for Marshall from 53 yards out. It's got the leg. It is good! And the perfect season continues for Justin Rohrwasser. 11 for 11 and the biggest kick of his life. The timeouts couldn't stop him. The rain couldn't stop him. And that would have been good from close to 60.
Oh, and by the way, it was his third one in a row that he made after getting iced twice. Got 2 practice runs at it and drains it when it really matters. Wow, what a finish.
And how about a kicker with 2 career longs in one game? Kicked a 46-yarder to set a career high earlier in this game. And then a 53-yarder to win it. What a game. What a homecoming. And what a win for Marshall. Their 3rd straight in conference play. Thank you, Kristen. This homecoming crowd leaving wet but happy. Marshall led 17-0. Looked like they were going to run away with this thing. Western Kentucky caught him, but this young man, the hero, Kristen with Justin Rohrwasser.
He is the hero indeed. I was just talking to your coach, and he said you told him that you could make it, so he had faith in you. Any doubt that you could make that?
No, I mean, when you have Jackson and Beardall who are snapping, holding for you, and a great low line, there's nothing to worry about. You just got to go do your job. And they all did, and I did the same.
I saw your teammates walking around saying you got ice in your veins. What did it mean to be able to celebrate with your team after this win?
Oh, there's not many words to say. I just feel lucky to be surrounded with such a great coaching staff and players. And, you know, this team's so tight, and they believe in me, and I believe in them. I appreciate it.
Well, it is no surprise that you are our Stadium Plus player of the game. Congratulations. We're going to let you go celebrate that win.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Love you, Mom. Love you, Grayson. My little nephew. Love my whole family, my dad. Thank you so much for supporting me. Appreciate it.
All right, guys, back to you.
What a humble kid. Calls out his long snapper, Matt Beardall, his holder, Jackson White, his offensive line. But Justin Rohrwasser is our Stadium Plus player of the game. 4 for 4 with 2 career longs.